Coach, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to a sold-out and absolutely rocking Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great NFC matchup between the Arizona Cardinals and the New Orleans Saints. Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC Wild Card game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the dual threat man, this is DJ Foster. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First down, and they'll try to run the option left. Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on. On 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They were trying to liven up this playoff game very early on. Pretty deep throw, but good coverage.
I think they were counting on the defenders being a little tight, a little over-anxious early, and trying to catch them flat-footed and get a big play.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Brees. Thomas has got it. Complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brees. He's got Smith here. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Brees leaves this one with Kamara. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Brees' throw on target to Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the 1st down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Brees now. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 20-yard line. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 10 more there and another first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't run out of this.
A gain of 9 brings up
Ready.
second and
5-8.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56. There you go.
On 2nd and 1, Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30.
Here we go.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 score line as they begin with a 1st and 10. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Right there, 56. I'm coming for you. You mind?
From the 30 on 2nd down, Murray. That ball complete to Isabella. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Come on out here. Come get some.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he rifles one incomplete. Larry Fitzgerald was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Chandler Jones gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. To throw is Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check.
Now Breeze to try again after the pick six. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
That's good for the Saints. First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sack back at the 38. In for the sack that time. Say hello to Brandon Williams.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Let's go. Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up the first down and change our momentum?
Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. That goes for 14 yards, first down Cardinals.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first down is Murray. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. Give him a couple on the catch. It's second and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First down carry for Foster. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Second down, Murray sets to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's third and inches. Murray going to try to throw on third down. Able to find Isabella. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and punch it in with Foster. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A final shot before half from Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chandler Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run. This is Kamara. 9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
49, check 49. Out. 23.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready, 5-9.
43, check, 43. Double dog, that's the way.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Murray. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Here's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Ready. 5-8, 5-8. Kill.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
On the ground, Kamara. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Breeze going to throw. This is caught by Gill. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
No.
They keep it in the hands of Foster. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Watch the screen.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
The Saints take
Get
over
ready.
first and 10
Get ready.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Check, 43. Down to lose 1. 5-8. 43's the mic. 43's the mic.
Throwing now is Breeze. And Thomas has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the 30.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now this will be a jet sweep. Here's Thomas with it. Chandler Jones, a former All-Pro, in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready? 5'9".
43 is the mic. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze again has it complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Ready. Yellow lady.
We want it. Come to my world.
Good night.
On 2nd and 12, Breeze. It's caught. Smith. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Shotgun now for Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
Well, not a big gain with that play, but what they're doing is they're spreading the defense out, probing a little bit, and what they're hoping probably is that later in the game, they can create a matchup that they can exploit for big yardage later.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on fourth down leads to 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Foster. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. All day.
Shift. Check 15, check 15.
They'll go again with Foster. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one deep over. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, 39 yards. And the Cardinals have once again taken the lead. The lefty Tavecchio now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away, it's Tavecchio. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
I got you.
Breeze now on 1st down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Chandler Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Breeze. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one. Just
a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on 4th down. They run, it's Kamara. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Watch twist! Watch twist! 5-9.
Now Breeze. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Breeze. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.